Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another daily energy draw. Yesterday's daily is one that you should not miss. Make sure that you're checking it out. Very powerful energies coming in with this full moon eclipse. A lot of messages about ascension, higher consciousness, sacred partnerships, and breakthroughs that are happening within all of it. So make sure that you do check it out. Can you guys see these orbs? These are crazy. The energy here feels very heightened. It is kind of dismal and rainy outside today, as you can tell it's kind of dark behind me. And I feel like with yesterday's message, it was a call to really balance divinely inspired action and taking time to rest and go within. And that time to rest and go within is really because you're anchoring into higher consciousness. You are leveling up. I'm hearing the word multidimensionality, and I actually felt this over the weekend, which is very interesting. I felt, we're consciously aware of our multidimensional self. We're intellectually aware that we are multidimensional. It's another thing to really feel it. And there were a couple of times over the weekend, I was kind of grappling between energies, trying to balance myself out, feeling just yesterday I talked about it, just feeling very out of sorts with myself, very disconnected, but at the same time connected. And I felt the full throttle of my multidimensionality. I really felt like I was at one with the entire universe, while grounded here in this physical plane, this earth existence. But also at the same time, like I was in different timelines, like I was physically experiencing different timelines. I don't know how to articulate it. It was a very strange sensation, and I hadn't fully felt that before. I've been consciously aware of our multidimensionality, intellectually aware, but to really feel it and start to anchor that in is a whole different experience. So I feel like we talked about the veil thinning, we talked about the curtain being drawn back. I feel like phenomena like this, we're not new to phenomena, especially on this ascension journey, especially when it comes to sacred partners. But I feel like phenomena like this is going to start happening more and more and more, especially within the self, especially in your everyday life. You're going to start seeing things differently. You're going to start feeling things differently. You're going to start feeling the higher dimensional aspect of yourself. And it is nothing to fear. It is very exciting. It is nothing to fear. It's all in that vibration, that container of love. So keep clearing your energy, keep protecting your energy, but recognize that the more you ascend, the higher you ascend, the more things around you in the physical plane begin to shift as well. And you start to experience in the physical plane that higher level of consciousness, that higher dimension as well. And it's kind of insane, but it's lovingly so. Okay, so I get called to the Keepers of the Light. So let's see what our Ascended Masters and Keepers of the Light have to say to us today. We really are on a path of ascended mastery. That is what this journey, this ascension journey, is all about. Recognizing the power within ourselves, recognizing the divinity within ourselves, and mastering ourselves, mastering our consciousness. Being conscious, not just creators, but conscious beings. A lot of the Matrix was all about being in that lower vibrational, dense energy of doing. Now we're recognizing living from the soul, living in connection to source energy in the universe within us. And so it's all about being in that higher consciousness. And a lot of the eclipse energy that is clearing out is anything holding us back from being, any of the second guessing, the overanalyzing, the logic and ego versus the soul and intuition. It's really about embracing the soul aspect of ourselves, the higher aspects of ourselves. So really interesting energy. That was really interesting energy that just came through. Okay. All right. So one more. Thank you. All right, Spirit, what do you have to say for Tuesday? Okay. We have Cernunnos, life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. We talked about this, I think it was 2 weeks ago, in the Daily Energy Draw, and I'll try to remember to link it, where there was a lot of sexual energy coming through. But it wasn't sexual energy as in procreation energy. It was, well, I should say, as far as physicalness, as far as physical desires, from that lower vibrational 3D matrix perspective, from the old template of relationship and sex and what that meant. This is sacred. This is that Eros Gamos energy. This is the creation energy, which is what the sacred sexuality is, which is what that sacral chakra is all about. It is all about, that's that life force that they're talking about here. Sacred sexuality is life force energy. It's creation energy. It is passionate. It is loving. It is nurturing. But I want to make it very clear, they're not talking about just, it might express itself in physical connection with your partner, as far as physical relationship and physical intimacy, but that is just the expression. The driving force behind that is the passion, the love of self and the world, that unity energy. It's that creation energy. And especially when it comes to these divine partnerships, it's the masculine energy and the feminine energy coming into balance. It's this yin-yang energy. I still have this card out from the last collective reading. It's this yin-yang energy. And what happens when the two counterparts come together, your energies come together, whether this is in union within the self first, the masculine energy and feminine energy within you, or within that physical partnership, that embodiment of those two counterparts, what happens is you connect and that wheel starts turning and it starts building momentum for creation. And what you do is you birth a new energy. We've been talking about this for almost 3 years now. You birth a new energy, and it's not just the birth of your relationship because, excuse me, see, throat activations. Your relationship is that third energy, and it must be nurtured, and it must be grown, and it must evolve with you. But it's not just about that. It's about the love, and love as a driving force, love and that passion that you feel for life, that life force within you, that soul within you, coming up to the forefront, birthing new worlds, birthing more love, birthing that trinity energy of divine masculine, divine feminine, and source energy itself, being completely one and recognizing that oneness with source energy itself, recognizing and embodying that you are not separate from anything in this world. You're not separate from Earth. You're not separate from people. You're not separate from the stars. You are not separate from source. You're not separate from yourself. You're not separate from your counterpart. You're not separate. Separation is truly an illusion. And that's what this is. This is birthing that awareness, birthing more love, birthing more unity consciousness, birthing that creation energy. And that creation energy is the life force of the universe. And so as you guys come together in this sacred union, this is what you create. You create this new love, this new template of love, of unity and creation and the power that drives both. Whew. Really, really, really interesting energy. Final message that you're coming through here with is don't be afraid to express yourself and express that passion and that love that you have for yourself, for your counterpart, and for all. Don't hold yourself back is what they're saying. Because when you hold yourself back, that is when you hold back the love. That's when you suppress yourself. That's when you suppress the soul of yourself. Your soul is meant to flourish. Your soul is meant to be expressive. Your soul is meant to be this divine source of love. And if you hold yourself back, if you hold that back, then you're just holding back the love. So don't be afraid to express this creation energy. Don't be afraid to express this passion. Don't be afraid to express the love within yourself. And again, we're talking higher perspective. It can express itself in relationship from a very 3D perspective, but we're talking about the universe as a whole. We're talking about higher perspective, higher consciousness. So these messages are not just about your physical relationship, although it could be expressed through your physical relationship, but it is from a much higher perspective, and you'll feel it. You'll feel that energy if you're connecting to higher consciousness, if you're connecting to the higher dimensions, you'll feel the vastness and the expansive nature of these messages and of this energy. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anything else, but I feel like that's it. That's the message for today. I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and we'll see you tomorrow.